Bank of America Stadium, located in beautiful Charlotte, North Carolina, will be our location for what many are hoping will be a great one between Miami and Carolina. And now we'll go to Tom Hammond and Chris Collinsworth for the opening kickoff. Tom?
Well, the weather will be perfect for today's game. Tom Hammond here. Beside me, as always, Chris Collinsworth from his own goal line. Kicker looks ready to get this one started. Let's head down to the field for the opening kickoff. Down the sideline. And he's knocked out around the 45-yard line. And we'll see how their offense has prepared for this matchup as they come onto the field for the first time. They're going to pitch it. Tackled at the 41-yard line. Williams picks up about 4 yards on the toss play. From the 41-yard line. Carolina comes to the line with 3 wide.
We're talking about bring. Red ball.
He gets another carry. He tries to spin and he is dropped. Williams picks up 5 yards with the carry. Offense comes out needing just a yard for the first. Ball on the 35-yard line. There's a play fake. Rockets it out. He's brought down at the 27. So on third down, he finds his receiver and gets a big gain.
Receivers who can make plays like that on third down tend to have nice, long careers.
He gets to about the 14-yard line. That was an excellent run there to pick up the first.
Yes, sir. He really found a nice hole, was able to exploit it for a good gain. They're going to have to do a better job getting in those running lanes if they're going to stop him consistently.
He's dropped for a loss, and they were not able to get much there.
And so many times you hear offensive coordinators criticized because they don't try to run the football enough. Well, when you get stuffed in the backfield like that, you understand why they would rather call the pass play.
Throws it short. They tackle him for a loss. Nothing doing on that play. That'll bring up third down. That brings up another third down attempt. Carolina comes to the line with 3 wide.
Regular. 180. 180. Red ball. Roger.
Delhomme drops back. Looks down the field. He throws a bullet out to his left. He's dropped at the 6. And that one will end up just a little bit short, Chris, but still a pretty nice pass.
Nice pass, but it's still fourth down. But if I know this offensive coordinator and this head coach, I'm thinking they may go for it here. They've had a big successful play. Why not take advantage of it with this one?
He makes that one pretty easily and puts it through for 3 points. And here's the kick. He'll take it from the 2. Drilled at the 30. And now their offense will take the field for the first time in the game. They'll start at the 30. First down, 10 to go. They'll go from the I formation. The defender gets him to the ground. Great read there. It looked like the defense knew the counter was coming.
And a lot of times in that situation, they read offensive linemen. And the minute you see those offensive linemen, sometimes even in their stance, sort of sitting back, you know the counter's coming, you can get penetration and make a play in the backfield just like that.
He needs to get rid of it. Pass completed. Brown loses the ball. Long gets the loose ball. And that mishap almost cost them the ball.
Halfback has to be breathing a big sigh of relief on that one. Nothing more embarrassing for a running back than a fumble lost.
He's looking to throw. Makes the pass over the middle. Brought down at the 45. What happened there?
Well, the defense was in zone coverage. They got good pass protection, and anytime that happens, it tends to really stretch those zones and widen the holes.
Let's go, G. Alert one, alert one, alert one.
Fullback straight ahead. What a shot! A gain of 3 yards by the fullback.
The ball carrier on the play. Gain of 3.
Miami lines up in a double tight set. Again with the carry. And he's hammered at the 43-yard line. After that run, they might want to give him the ball a few more times.
I agree. It looks like the defense is a little tired out there. Whatever the case, they're having a tough time now stopping the run.
Brown gets the carry left side. He's brought down at the 37. Brown gains around 6 yards on the run. It's 2nd and 4. Ball on the 37. Brown lines up as the deep back, I formation. He drops back to pass. Makes the catch. The defense was coming with a heat on that play.
But you never know it if you were watching the quarterback. He stood in there strong, completely relaxed, and made that defense pay that time.
The backfield is in the offset I formation. Here's a pitch left side. He's dropped right around the 22-yard line. He gains a couple of yards on the carry. It's 2nd down and 8 to go. The defense comes out in the dime package.
Luke 45! Luke 45! That's right, Lucy! Game, 22 press. Game. What's a hard count?
He'll get it again. And he will lose yardage on the play. Tried the run, but there was nothing available.
And if you can make a running back hesitate just a little, that time you could see there really was no hole, and the running back was just fishing for a place to go.
McCown set to go to the air. Tipped away. And the pass was knocked away at the last minute.
Well, at the end of the game, you go back and you basically say what happened on 3rd down, and you have a pretty good indication of how that game came out. Good play by the defense.
The kick is up. He's got it, and he put that one through nicely.
It's a pretty rare kicker that can kick a ball that far with that kind of accuracy. That was just a cannon shot.
And here's the kick. From the 5-yard line. Sheds one tackler at the 30. Brought down at the 35. The offense takes the field, hoping to come away with more than just a field goal on this drive. Delhomme steps to the line of scrimmage. He has 2 backs behind him. Drops back to pass. He threw off his back foot. Almost picked. Hackett was the intended receiver, but the pass fell incomplete. The Panthers go with the I formation.
Check, 66. Get off, baby, get off. Watch go.
He fakes it. He's running out of time. That one was way off target.
And if you had a guy that big running at you, all you would do is just turn and hide, brother. I know you.
Regular. Red ball. 188. Yeah, middle.
Back to throw. Under heavy pressure. And the fullback is wide open out there. And they get him at the 44-yard line. The 3rd down pass got them good yardage, but not quite enough to convert.
Yeah, that was a tough 3rd down situation. They got the good completion, a good gain on the play, but probably asking too much out of the receiver to try and break that many tackles to pick up that 1st down.
Baker punts it, and he kicked this one pretty well. And they'll down it at the 7-yard line. They had to settle for a field goal on their last drive. They take the field again, looking to put up another score. They're going to pitch it. He gets knocked out of bounds at the 20. On the toss, they were able to get past the marker for the first down.
Yeah, they did a really nice job sealing off the corner there, and good vision that time by the back. A lot of patience, took his time, found the hole, picked up a nice gain.
All kinds of pressure. He makes the catch. A lot of room to run. Hit hard at the 25. 6-yard pickup.
Just a simple throw and catch for a gain of 6. That's just the kind of passing play that this offense is built around.
Brown has the deep back as they line up in the I. He's pushed out around the 37-yard line. And that was a nice job to pick up the first down.
Nothing makes a defensive coordinator cringe more than seeing that kind of run, because then it sets up the play action, and there's almost no way to stop an offense if you can't stop the run and you have to deal with play action.
He drops back. He throws right. Brought down about the 43-yard line. Brown gains 7 yards with the catch. McCown with 3 wide receivers.
Blue 45! Blue 45!
McCown hands it left. Dropped behind the line. The defense got the job done on that one.
Yeah, you could really see the defensive end on that one, controlling his blocker, biding his time, and simply waiting there to make the play.
Fasano goes in motion. Drops back to pass. Not much time to throw. And he's dragged down for the sack. He just really showed off his speed and quickness on that one.
Playing defensive end is all about the get-off. Can you anticipate the snap count, turn the corner, even if you don't get the sack, at least force that quarterback to step up so those big defensive tackles can get him.
Gets it away cleanly. Robinson takes it at the 25. He's dropped at the 35. They were forced to punt on their last drive. First down, 10 to go. The defense come out with 5 defensive backs this time. Looks to pass. A great one-handed grab. They lose a yard there.
They did a great job of keeping containment there. There just wasn't anywhere to go on that one.
Offset I formation in the backfield.
Get him blocked. Other side. 188. 188. Stay on sides.
Williams takes the handoff. And they get him at the 35. Williams picks up a yard on the play. That brings up 3rd and 10. They line up in an I.
Regular. 180. 180. We stop the run first.
Looking to throw. Makes the throw out to his left. Not much room to throw into, and it's intercepted. Nice pick for the safety.
You could see the quarterback that time trying to look the safety off, but this safety is simply too smart. He was having none of it and jumped in front to make the interception.
They hand it off. Tackled at the 21. Brown gains around 3 yards on the run.
Regular.
They'll go from the I formation.
Right. 48. Watch the ball.
He fakes it. with the hard throw out to his right. He's finally pushed out of bounds. It's going to be 1st and goal. That pass is good for a 1st down.
And he had some zip on that one, didn't he? He reared back and threw that one about as hard as he could.
McCown drops back with the catch. He's brought down at the 1. Pickup of 8 on the pass. From the 1-yard line. Brown alone in the backfield. The halfback with the carry. Brought down behind the line. The offensive line didn't get much of a push on that play, and the runner was stuffed.
Well, that's what happens when defensively you get every gap covered. There is simply nowhere to go with the football. No chance for the running back that time.
Gets in for the touchdown. That was an almost perfect run in that type of situation.
No need to give it to a fullback down here on the goal line with this team when they've got a halfback that can cram it in there like that.
The kick is up. Extra point is good. And here's your drive summary for that last series. Here's the kick. Fielded at the 4. He's tackled at the 31. So as the offense heads back onto the field, we'll take this time to remind you that our game is brought to you by EA Sports. If it's in the game, it's in the game. Carolina sends a man in motion. And that one should be on the defense.
Encroachment. Defense.
And so the defense gives up some yards after the flag.
And I know this is a game of emotion, and if you're not emotional on the football field, you're going to get beat anyway, but you can't let your emotions get away from you.
Play fake. Passes to his left. He's dropped at about the 41. He makes the catch, and Chris, that'll move the chain.
And they're doing it with short ball control type passes. This is the type of offense that really frustrates a defense.
Hands it off. Makes a cut, and he will be hit and dropped. So that's a gain of about 5. That brings up 2nd down. Carolina comes out with 2 tight ends.
Get your hands up front. Regular. 180. Hey, back.
Delhomme will look to pass. He throws short. Brought down at the 45. He made the right read on that pass.
Nice play that time by the quarterback. You know, we talk about progressions and going from one receiver to the next, but this quarterback is doing a great job in the pre-snap read, knowing who the first guy will be and getting him the football.
Comes down with it. He's brought down at the 29-yard line. That one worked just as they drew it up.
Good pass, good catch, I agree. Sometimes there's really nothing you can do as a defense to stop a well-executed pass play.
Delhomme drops to throw. Throws it short. Brings it in. He gets knocked out of bounds at the 13. A nice completion to the tight end.
I always thought tight ends were sort of like pacifiers for babies. You know, just about the time that you need a little security blanket, you know where to go.
They'll give it off here. He gets out to about the 12-yard line. That looks like a 1-yard gain. That'll bring up 2nd down. The Panthers go with the I formation.
Tennessee. Check 66. Hey, come on. Let's go.
Drops back. Dumps it out right. It'll be first and goal. You know, Chris, the tight end can be used as such a weapon in the passing game.
And I always find it surprising that tight ends typically don't get drafted very high. But when you think about the skill set, they have to be able to block like a tackle and catch like a wide receiver.
Passes to the end zone. The quarterback threw a pretty ball there for the touchdown.
And we've talked about his arm strength, but his accuracy keeps showing through in this game. That was beautifully delivered.
Here's the kick. Up and good. And now we'll take a quick look at the drive summary. Decent kick. Again, fields it at the 3. Great cut. Hit and dropped at the 27-yard line. Their last drive ended in a touchdown, and they take the field again, hoping for a similar result.
Gotcha.
Brown lines up as the deep back, I formation. He drops back. Throws it with the catch. He's tackled around the 47-yard line. What a play.
We've seen this tight end doing such a nice job all day blocking, and now when he gets in the open field, he makes an explosive play.
It's first and 10. Ball on the 47. Brown has the deep back as they line up in the I. McCown drops back on first down. Defender tips it away. An excellent job by the defense of disrupting that last play.
And that was really on the wide receiver. Not much of a route, very little separation, and gave the defense a chance to make that play.
Brown takes the delayed handoff, and they get him at the 43-yard line. 4-yard gain on the play, and so it'll be third down. Third down, they need 6 for a first. McCown, 4 receivers lined up here. Drops back to pass. Fires it out. No completion. And it'll be fourth down following the pass deflection.
Just terrific play by the defense. They followed the quarterback's eyes, made a quick jump on the ball, and were all over that one.
Fields kicks it, and man, did he get a leg into this one. Down in the end zone for a touchback. They were able to put together a nice drive on their last possession. They'll be looking to make it 2 in a row on this drive.
Regular. Red ball. 180. Hey, let's make some plays now. Watch the ball. New call.
First down, looking to throw. Throws out left, and he catches it. And not a whole lot of yardage gained on that one, Chris.
And that's one of those plays where you leave it up to the receiver to make yardage after the catch is made. When he can't find his way into open space, you'll see plays like that.
188. Nickel. Regular. Alert run.
They go with the toss. He didn't get back to the line. They tested the perimeter, but nothing doing.
When you have a great athlete at the running back position, the temptation is to toss him the ball, get him out in space, and let him try and break a tackle. That time, the space thing didn't work out so well.
180. Hey, I ain't with you. Ain't no other side. Come on, D. Stay inside right here.
He's looking to throw. Gets the throw away. Brought down right around the 24-yard line. Despite the great effort, it will still bring up fourth. Again will be the return man. Gets the punt away. Again fields it at the 34. They really did a good job keeping him contained on that one.
Boy, he hardly had any room to do anything there. They've got to come up with a better scheme or some better blockers or something. This guy's a good punt returner. He's just not getting any help at all from his teammates.
They'll throw on first down. It's a fumble. The defense dives on the ball. Good job on defense to be right there for the recovery.
Well, you get yourself in the right place for a recovery by hustling, and that time this defense was really flying to the ball.
Williams, the lone back.
Regular. 188. Check, 66. Who playing, bro?
He's tackled at the 38. He might have gotten a yard at best.
And Tom, that was because the defense filled up all the gaps. The back was looking for somewhere to run, but by bringing the run blitz, they took away all the holes and stopped them for a minimal gain.
And straight ahead we go with the fullback. A 2-yard carry by the fullback. Third down now, they'll need 7 to convert. Ball on the 36.
Let's go, baby. Get the ball out. Watch draw. Hey, watch the sideline.
Throws while on the run. Tackled at the 12. A good play to the tight end that time.
And tight ends are so big that as coverage people, it's tough to figure out how to defend them. If you're on their left side, they throw it to their right side. If you're behind them, they throw it in front. Tight ends are tough to cover.
First down now and 10 to go. Ball on the 12-yard line.
Hey, watch the screen. Don't give him a yard. 180.
Run left side. He lost yardage on the play. A 1-yard loss.
I don't think the defense was fooled on that one. It was like they were sitting back in the huddle listening in.
Carolina lines up in a goal line set.
Regular. Red ball. Stay right. Omaha. Tiger.
Here's the halfback. And they get him around the 13-yard line. The running back gets about a yard, maybe less. Miami comes out defensively with 6 defensive backs.
180. 370, fullback gap.
He drops back to pass. Looking for an open man. Catch is made. Touchdown. Pretty good pass for the quarterback on that touchdown toss.
And Tom, that was just perfectly executed there. He got back, he set his feet, he let it go. The timing was impeccable.
Lining up for the point after. It's good. Carolina up 7 points. Here's a quick look at the drive summary. The kick is away. He'll return it from the 4-yard line. Dropped at the 31. So before the offense hits the field, let's take the time to let you know that our game is brought to you by EA Sports. They'll come out in the eye. Throws middle. He's brought down at the 40. Another fine pass and catch on that play.
I know we all talk about 40-yard dash times in the NFL, but as a receiver, if you are a great route runner and you understand what the defenses are trying to do to you, it doesn't matter if you run a 4.3 40. If you can get in and out of your cuts like this guy, you will always be able to play.
That'll bring up 3rd and 9. Ball on their own 32. Carolina comes out defensively with 6 defensive backs.
48. Let's go quick game. 44 press. 44 press.
Back to throw. Strong throw. Knocked out at about the 35-yard line. And that play could have easily gone for 6.
And when you start to hit a couple of big pass plays, it really puts the defense in a tough spot. They no longer feel quite as brave coming up and defending those short passes.
First down and 10 to go now, following the big game through the air. The backfield is in the offset I formation. Gives to the back. And they get him around the 32-yard line. They got 4 yards there, and that will bring up 2nd down. They line up at the 32. McCown lines up in the shotgun. 3 wide formation.
Luke 45. Let's roll.
Back to throw. Passes the ball. He's dropped at the 24-yard line. Nice little pitch and catch with the wideout.
Patience for a wide receiver is just so key. He's able to manipulate that defense, set him up one play, come back with the exact same look, and break off of it the next. Beautifully run.
McCown to the air on 1st down. Rifles it left. Lucas has the interception. And just a great interception by the cornerback.
Might want to start thinking about trying to pick on that guy. We've seen all day he has simply been quicker to the spot than the wide receivers coming into his area.
It's 1st and 10. Ball on the 15. Ace backfield this time. Hands it off. He doesn't get back to the line. The defense seemed to do everything right there.
And you love to see those linebackers playing downhill like that, not just flowing sideline to sideline, but attacking and trying to get in the backfield.
Williams gets the ball. Cuts back and he's dropped. Maybe a yard on the run by the halfback. 3rd and 10. Out of the I formation.
You got close one. 180. 180. There we go. Hey, make a stand, G. Come on, G.
Drops back. Scans the field. Has a man deep. Here's the throw. No one can come up with it. The defender gets a hand on it, and that will bring up 4th down.
I don't know if that's the guy I want to pick on 3rd down when you have to have a conversion. He is tough.
Punts it. And they make the fair catch. The quarterback and his receiver were clearly not on the same page last time, and it led to an interception. Miami sets up in the I. Brown gets the carry. Tackled at the 47-yard line. They gain 5 yards there. That brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 coming up here. Ball on the 47-yard line. They line up in the shotgun.
Luke 45. Luke 45. Read 2 man. Here we go.
He drops back to pass. He throws left. There for the reception. He stopped short of the line on the play.
He just couldn't make anything happen after he brought it in. Good job by the defense.
48.
He drops back. Rifles it out there. He's tackled around the 42-yard line. They pick up solid yardage there.
And I love to watch this wide receiver work. He is so patient with his routes. He gets down low into his cuts, and he really understands what the defense is trying to do to take him away, and he is working them over.
Fakes to the back. He scrambles around. Short throw to the right. Brought down at the 35. Nice little pickup on that pass pattern.
And I really shouldn't feel this way, but I get a little nervous every time this guy goes up to make a catch, because he's had a little bit of a history of dropping some balls, but today doing a nice job hanging on and a big play there.
He gets another carry. And they get him around the 30-yard line. He got free and was able to pick up decent yardage on the play.
That's the reason you have to just keep giving a guy like this the football. He's able to convert those first downs and wear down a defense.
Jam free. Blue 25. Blue 25.
Back to throw. Throws a bullet. Still good on the drive. He gunned that one in there for the first down, didn't he?
He really did, and when you watch a guy throw a ball that hard, they don't move their arm any faster. You see him driving off that back leg. That was a pretty pass.
First down, looking to throw. Tries for the end zone. Probably not the best place to try to squeeze the ball into.
Yeah, I think he would have needed a jackhammer to get that one in there. That was tight coverage.
They line up in a double tight set.
At the guest service booths located on the 100 and 300 levels.
Ground off the left side. He fights forward to around the 16. A couple of yards there. That'll bring up third down. Looks like 3 wideouts this time.
Blue 45. Blue 45.
Drops back to pass. He rolls right. Crosses the line. Tackled at the 16-yard line. He'll pick up less than a yard on the quarterback scramble. Fourth down, and the kick team is on to try this 33-yard field goal. Right down the middle. Good kick that time as he puts it right through. Here's the kick. Fielded at the 4. Drilled at the 33. They could do nothing against this defense on their previous drive. The backfield is in the offset I formation. Give to the tailback. He's going to be tackled for a loss. Nice stop on that play.
Yeah, great defense at the point of attack, but also very impressive the pursuit to the ball. They were all coming there.
Come on. Regular. Check, 60, 80. 180. Over.
They tackle him for a loss. The defense just ate up that play.
Well, those defenders get paid too, and every once in a while they win the battle. Clearly that time they were all over this offensive line.
He drops back to pass. Looks for a man open. Can't complete it. And the pass will fall incomplete. Fourth down coming up.
And those are the kind of big third down plays you have to have on defense to get the ball back and give your team a chance on offense.
Punts it. Again, fields it at the 34. He's brought down around the 44-yard line. And they take the field again, looking to capitalize on their previous drive, which resulted in a field goal. Ground is the deep back as they line up in the I. Fakes to the back. There for the catch. They finally knock him out at the 29. They got burned on the blitz that time.
Yeah, I'll be anxious to see how soon they come back with the blitz. They got barbecued on that one. You better disguise that blitz a little better than that if you're going to beat this quarterback.
Let's go, fellas. Let's go. Close, open right.
Setting up play action. Passes. Gamble gets the interception. What an interception by the cornerback.
You know, some of these corners are just freakish athletes right now. Oftentimes, they're the best athletes on the field. Maybe they don't have the skill set, great hands, great moves, whatever, but they are definitely among the fastest in the NFL.
They line up at the 18. Delhomme is in the gun. 3 wide formation.
Regular. 180. 180.
He's looking to throw. He's under pressure, and he caught it. Stiff arms, and he's brought down. Nice job of shutting down the first down pass.
Yeah, it looked like that time the defense knew exactly what was coming. They were right there from the outset to make that play.
Regular. Red ball.
Williams takes the give. And they get him at the 21-yard line. He got what he could, and it wasn't much.
Man, oh man, that's what those defensive guys live for right there. A shot like that, and then they always get up and have a little something to say to you as you're going back to the huddle.
Left call.
Looking to throw. Guns it out. Brought down around the 32-yard line. Nice job by the quarterback to hit the tight end for a decent gain.
You know, tight ends may not come up with those real explosive plays down the field all the time, but they sure are a nice target for the quarterback.
Run right side. And he made a great open field tackle. Williams gains about 4 yards on the play. Second down, 6 yards to go. Ball on the 36. Carolina comes out with an I formation. 2 minutes left in the half. The defense is changing their play.
Left. Yo. 180.
Back to throw. Throws the bullet to the right. No, he drops it. Oh my, the quarterback is lucky that one wasn't intercepted.
Yeah, you try and fit some of those into some tight holes, and every once in a while, you're going to get one pick, but that was a pretty good play by the defense.
Throws it out. Hit him in the hands, but he can't hang on. A great play by the defense to knock the ball away.
And these defenders have been close all day. You better be careful if you're the quarterback. One of those is going to turn into an interception.
Gets the punt away. Again takes it at the 25. He's tackled at the 32-yard line. On his last drive, the quarterback completed a pass, but to the other team. Throwing another one could be disastrous to this offense.
Blue 45.
Back to pass. On the run, he throws it. Tackled around the 39-yard line. A pickup of about 7. That'll bring up second down. The Dolphins motion to the left side. He's looking to throw. Throws left. There's no one around. He's down the sideline. And the last guy gets him. An impressive first half for the quarterback.
You know, I know there are a lot of people out there who like to watch defensive football games. Not me. I like to watch a guy throw it around like this. His quarterback's hot, and he knows it.
The Dolphins will take their first time out of the half. 1st and 10. 1 minute left to play in the first half. They hand it off. He's brought down right around the 22-yard line. And the halfback has nowhere to go. The Dolphins come out in a single back formation. McCown drops to throw. He's there for the catch, and they get him at the 15. Nice grab on the play, his second catch of the drive.
Yeah, and I'm going to expect to see a lot more passes to this guy. He's a good receiver. He's talented. He can make the catch and get upfield. But more importantly right now, this defense is creating some opportunities for him to catch the ball.
Right through his hands, he almost had the pick. And it's batted away at the last minute by the defender.
Just when it looked like the quarterback might sneak that one in there, a late pass defense and a good play.
Off the upright and good. And we'll take a quick look at the drive summary. He kicks it off. He'll return it from the 6. Still going. Dropped at the 30. The defense could do no wrong the last time this team had the ball. The Panthers line up in the gun. 3 wide receivers are split out.
188! 188! Let's go, let's go. Come on, man. We'll make this run, baby.
He's looking to throw. Passes to his left. Goes out of bounds at the 31. It's completed, but not a whole lot of yardage gained on the play.
Yeah, this is a defense that just has too much speed for plays like that. You have to loosen them up some with some deep attempts for the short passes underneath the work.
Drops back. He throws on the run. He's brought down at the 37. Short pattern results in a completion for the offense.
You know, that's not one of those plays that's a huge gain by any means, but that's really the essence of an offensive game plan. You have to start hitting some of those short intermediate routes, and that begins to open everything else up.
And as we head to halftime, our score is the Panthers 17, the Dolphins 16. He kicks it. He'll return it from the 6. He's hammered at the 33-yard line. Once again, we'll take this opportunity to remind you that this game is brought to you by the fine folks at EA Sports. They'll go from the I formation.
Let's go get it. Who playing, fellas? Let's come. Zebra, zebra.
Hands it to the back. Stiff arms, and the defender still makes the tackle. Gain of 9.
You know you have a pretty special player at the running back position when, despite the fact that they're run blitzing him now, he can still get out of there and still come up with a nice gain.
Looking to throw. Short pass to his left. He took a shot at the 49-yard line. Hagan will pick up a first down on the play with the 6-yard reception.
That's such a hard play to try and contain as a defensive player. You simply can't afford to give up the big plays, so you have to give them something, and typically it's those short, quick throws, that time for a first down.
Brown gains around 6 yards on the run. From the 46-yard line, McCown is under center. 2 tight ends this time. Brown on the give. He's dropped for a loss. It looked as if the offensive line just collapsed on that point.
And it looked like this defensive line just beat them off the snap. Sometimes those guys can time out the quarterback's cadence, and if the quarterback doesn't start changing that snap count, his offensive line is going to really struggle.
Come on, D, let's get off the field now.
McCown will look to throw. Brings this one in. Brought down at the 31. You know, it's really easy to overlook those big guys on the line, but they did a good job picking up the blitz there.
Yeah, it's pretty tough to play a zone coverage against this quarterback. He does a great job in recognition, and that time you could see him move the zone defense just a little with his eyes before he threw it in there.
Let's go, y'all. Let's go.
Nice play fake. He throws left. He steps out at the 28-yard line. Not much of a gain at all on that first down completion.
Pretty tough sometimes when a quarterback is looking at his first read, it's not there. The second read is there, but he knows his guy is going to get hit immediately afterwards, and that's what happened there. They took away the first and second read.
McCown hasn't missed yet. Looking for a receiver. Still perfect on the drive. And he's drilled at the 12. Another positive gain, and that gives him 100 yards receiving for the game.
And you know, it's not just a couple of routes that he runs well. That's what makes him so tough. He can run the good underneath routes, but he can also take you over the top as well. So you have to give him those little throws.
Ground on the give. And they get him at the 7. Brown gains about 5 yards on the run. Just 7 yards from a touchdown now. Out of the shotgun.
Luke 45. Luke, cut.
The pass rush got him. They really are going to have to find a way to slow down the blitz.
I always thought it was so difficult to block linebacker blitzes because more often than not, it's a tight end or a back who has to try and step up and take on these great, athletic, big pass-rushing guys.
What an effort out there. He just got his hands in there and broke it up.
I love watching the closing speed of this defense. When they see the ball, they go get it.
The kick is up. And it's good. Nice work putting that one right through the uprights. The kick is away. Robinson from the 6. Drilled at the 28-yard line. So as the offense heads back onto the field, we'll take this time to remind you that our game is brought to you by EA Sports. If it's in the game, it's in the game. Williams on the inside handoff. He'll be brought down behind the line of scrimmage. No one picked up the linebacker, and it cost them.
And when your defensive line can handle their guys up front and not allow the offensive linemen to get down on the linebackers, it really gives those linebackers a chance to look great.
Never quit, fellas. Other side. No, you're good, you're good.
Gives to the back. Hit and drop behind the line. That was a big-time play by a big-time athlete.
If you want to be considered one of the top cornerbacks in the National Football League, everybody has to be able to cover. But the top guys can not only cover, but come up and make big hits like that. Tremendous play.
He's under a heavy rush. Porter bats it away. The pass was deflected and swatted away by the defender.
I think the quarterback may have had to throw that ball a little sooner than he wanted to. The pressure was starting to get there.
Ginn is back deep to return the punt. Gets his leg into it, and he got a huge punt here. Ginn fields it at the 30. He's tackled around the 34-yard line. The last time they took the field, they were able to come away with 3 points. The Panthers line up with a nickelback. McCown with a nice play fake. Tackled at the 41-yard line. Just a short, efficient throw that time.
Yeah, a true sign of patience on the offensive side. You let the play develop. You find the open receiver. Maybe he takes a look down the field. It's not there. Just go ahead and take that safe throw.
He's looking to throw. And it's completed. Inside the 30. To the 10. Into the end zone for a touchdown. I'm sure that he doesn't even realize he's passed for 300 yards at this point. The only thing that he cares about is walking away with a win. He knows that the stats generally take care of themselves. Point after is good. Not a bad kick. Robinson fields it at the 7. He's tackled at the 32-yard line. Let's see if the offense can put something together on this drive. They'll start this drive at the 32-yard line. Carolina lines up in a double tight set.
Regular. 188. 188. Overload.
Delhomme hands off. He's brought down at the 33-yard line. Just a yard there.
Well, that was the perfect time for them to call a blitz. They got in there, filled up all the gaps, brought down the running back for a short gain.
Close one. Regular. Red ball. 180.
Overwatch, red man.
What's the call? All that blitz.
Williams gets the call. Brought down right around the 36-yard line. 4-yard gain, and so it'll be 3rd down. They'll come out in the shotgun.
Regular. Check 66. Man, play 3, man.
Back to throw. He needs to make a decision. Incomplete pass. The defense had their number during that last series as they go 3 and out.
And it really looked like the defense won the battle up front. The big guys controlling the line of scrimmage made the difference there.
Gets it away cleanly. Makes the fair catch. And they take the field with one thing on their mind, another scoring drive. They line up at the 22. Offset I formation in the backfield. Nice play fake. And the defender intercepts it. Inside the 30. And they get him at the 20. And the safety made a really nice play on the ball to grab that interception.
You know, this safety is known for his big hits, but that time it was his soft hands that made the difference.
Delhomme hands it off straight ahead. He gets out to about the 18-yard line. So a gain of about 1. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Big play, D.
The Panthers come out with the offset I.
Hey, watch this, man. Regular. Let's get off. 188. 188. Here we go. Red ball. Get you over there, baby.
Again, he'll get the call. And they fall on the loose ball. He really needs to do a better job protecting the ball. If he doesn't, the backup might see a few carries.
And this is a talented guy, it really is, but he does have a little reputation for putting the ball on the ground.
Regular. 180. 180. Crack. Don't give him a yard. Liz. Look the stretch.
He's looking to throw. Goes through his read. And it's caught. He's dropped at the 15. And that one was completed for a solid gain.
Solid gain, yes, but no first down on that play. So now it's going to bring up a decision on the part of the offense. Defensively, I think they executed that one exactly the way they wanted to.
Hits the upright, no good. I thought he had a shot at that one, but the ball seemed to be working against him. He'll need to just put that miss out of his head and concentrate on the next time he gets a shot. So the score will remain the Panthers 17, the Dolphins 26. Little handoff. It's a loose ball. Defense has it. And the defense comes up with a big play there.
Well, the number one rule for a halfback is you have to be able to hold on to the football. All the statistics show you turn it over and you're going to lose.
The offense will start at the 21-yard line. First down now and 10 to go. setting up play action. Rockets it. Allen gets the pick. And he scores. What a play. And just like that, they make it a two-possession game.
What a tremendous return that was, and even better, now you have a little breathing room when you look up at that scoreboard.
They'll go for two in this situation. They're crowding the line.
Get off, baby, get off. 388. Block, now, Philly. Hey, let's go, baby.
And they won't get the two. And they really needed to convert that one.
Yeah, this offensive line is good, but when you're asking them to jam it in from a couple of yards out in this type of emotional setting, I think it's too much to ask. I like throwing the ball there.
So before the offense hits the field, let's take the time to let you know that our game is brought to you by EA Sports.
180. Let's go. Come on, G.
Hands it to the back. He's tackled at about the 35-yard line. Nice job with the running back. That'll give him 7, maybe 8 yards. 2nd and 2. DeLome lines up in the shotgun. 4-wide formation.
Regular. Check. 188. 188. Come on.
He drops back. Guns it left. Oh, and he dropped it. What a play by the defender.
And the quarterback really caught a break on that one, that wasn't intercepted.
Come on, D, let's go off the field now.
Play action. Rifles it to the middle. Smith was the intended receiver, but they can't complete the pass. From their own 36-yard line. Again, back deep to return. Gets his leg into it, and he got a huge punt here. Again, fields it at the 22. Tackled around the 36-yard line. Once again, we'll take this opportunity to remind you that this game is brought to you by the fine folks at EA Sports. The Dolphins go with the I formation. Little handoff. He's brought down at the 41-yard line. Brown picks up 5 yards with the carry. 2nd and 5. Ball on the 41. Big set this time with 2 tight ends. They'll give it off here. What a brutal hit. Maybe got a couple of yards, but that's about it.
Little linebacker blitzed on that one, and you could see that the quarterback just didn't see it in time to audible out of that play. And let's give credit to the defense. They won that battle.
Fakes the run. Throws it short. Pass is complete. And they get him at the 48-yard line. Not too bad a pass there.
Not too bad at all. And sometimes those little touch throws are actually more difficult than the bullet passes. Kind of hard to come up with the timing to hit the receiver right in stride, but that was well thrown.
The Dolphins use motion.
Luke 45.
He drops back to pass. Surveys the field. Nearly picked off. He should have had that one. And he just managed to get a piece of it. Nice play by the defender.
And as a receiver, you really have to do a better job of coming back to the football at that point. You have to help the quarterback.
McCown takes it back. Gets the pass out. Oh, that's just sloppy. The defender was able to get a hand on it.
And really, that came as a result of pretty physical play at the line of scrimmage. They're banging these guys around and not letting them get into their routes.
McCown drops to throw. Scans the field. Makes the reception. He's dropped around the 46-yard line. That completion won't amount to much, and they'll wind up short of the first on the play.
Very disappointing for an offense to get a completion and not get the first down. The receiver's job there is to make somebody miss. Clearly have to give the defense credit there. They won.
Punts it. This one's going to go out of bounds at the 25. They didn't look sharp on their last drive and were forced to punt it away. They hand it off. Brought down right around the 24-yard line. Maybe a yard, and that will bring up second down. They line up at the 25. Delhomme lines up under center. They'll come out in an I.
180. Let's go, guys. Come on. What that screen on here? This dude right here tight. You got it.
Little handoff. Tackled at the 33. A gain of 8 on the carry.
Gain of 8.
Third down, a couple of yards for the first. Ball on the 33. Carolina comes out with 2 tight ends.
Regular. Check. 188. Here we go, D. That's all we got.
Again with the carry. He's brought down at the 43-yard line. 10-yard gain that time. Delhomme lines up under center. Single backfield this time.
180. Hold on.
Play fake. Short throw to the right. Incomplete pass this time. The defense came with a blitz that time.
And they really forced him to throw that one before he had a chance to read the coverage. You know, typically when they blitz, you end up in one-on-one coverage, but you have to have time to throw the ball.
188. Here we go. Red ball. Let's go. Keep playing.
Williams on the handoff. And they get him at the 46-yard line. Gain of 4, and that makes it third down. Delhomme is in the shotgun. 4 wide receivers this time.
180.
Delhomme drops back. Looking for a receiver. It's completed. Dropped behind the line. Loss of 8 on the play.
Boy, that gets a little embarrassing. Anytime you spend all week working on a play and it comes out like that, give the defense a little credit, but that was bad.
Punts it. It'll go out at the 40. They were forced to punt on their last drive. McCown comes up to the line. 3 wide receivers split out wide. Gives to the back. Tackled at about the 45-yard line. Brown gains around 6 yards on the run. 2nd and 4 coming up here.
Hey, watch the screen.
Miami is going with the offset I backfield.
Left. Yeah. No, you're good. Tiger. 20, 32, come on.
Gives it off. Brought down behind the line. Tried to find something, but there wasn't anything there for him.
Yeah, not anything at all. And as a running back, you're probably going back to the huddle going, guys, a little help, please?
Man in motion. Under heavy pressure. Is there for the catch. Brought down around the 50-yard line. A solid gain on that pass play, but it'll still be short of the first down.
And there's really nothing a defense likes better than those third and long situations where they can play passively. They don't have to worry about giving up the big play. Just come up and make the tackle. Good hit that time. Good solid tackle.
Gets it away cleanly. This one's going to go out of bounds at the 29. So as the offense heads back onto the field, we'll take this time to remind you that our game is brought to you by EA Sports. If it's in the game, it's in the game. Gets it off. He's dropped at the 33. The halfback runs for 4 yards. 2nd and 6. Ball on the 33-yard line. One man in the backfield.
Regular. 180. 180. Check 66.
On play action. Makes the grab. Knocked out of bounds at the 33-yard line. Nothing doing on that play. So we'll head to the 4th with our score, the Dolphins 32, the Panthers 17. Now they'll face a 3rd and 6 situation. Ball on the 33.
Regular. 188. 188. Close one. Stay in your lane. Let's go.
Drops back to pass. Throws it short. And the receiver has room to run. He gets knocked out of bounds about the 43-yard line. That one worked pretty well.
It sure did, and I wish all our fans could see what's happening down the field on all our television broadcasts, because so much of the game now is won and lost in the secondary.
He looks to throw on 1st down. Gets the throw off. He's dropped in the open field. Great time for that type of pass. It worked to perfection.
And that was a nice job by the offensive line, allowing the quarterback enough time to survey the field and find the open guy.
Delhomme is looking to stay perfect on this drive. And he hasn't missed a pass yet. How about that pass?
Well, they got caught in man-to-man coverage on that play, and I couldn't tell if the defender slipped a little bit or not. Maybe he just got beat on the play.
The Panthers come out with the offset eye.
Hey, don't lose your bite. Quick game, 44 screw.
Hands it off. He's tackled at the 28-yard line. Williams gets 3 yards on the play. It's 2nd down and 7 to go. Ball on the 28-yard line. They line up in the shotgun. Delhomme sends a man in motion. He's looking to throw. Looks for a man open. Tackled around the 23-yard line. Smith picks up about 5 yards with the catch. So that'll make it 3rd down. Miami brings in the nickel here. Back to throw. He throws right. And they get him at about the 13-yard line. And they pick up the 1st down with a pass to the tight end.
If you're going to try and stop a tight end from catching those types of balls, you have to get physical with him at the line of scrimmage. If you give him free releases, he's going to wear you out.
Let's go left.
They hand it off again. It's loose. They fall on it. He put it on the ground, but they were able to get it back.
And that was lucky. Anytime you're getting attacked by a defense and you put it on the ground, that is just nothing but pure luck to get it back.
Right. Reload. Just hit him in the mouth.
Looking to throw. Looks down the field. It's incomplete. They complete the pass, but he was out of bounds when he brought it in.
Yeah, that's a pretty safe throw there where only the receiver can make a play on the ball. Just a little too wide on that one.
Hey, don't get that ball out. 188. Want to spread out. Red ball. Left smash free.
Looks to pass. Completed. That was a nice pitch and catch by these two.
That play is just so hard to stop down here on the goal line. All you have to do is get a little body position. Quarterback zips it in there. These two guys are tremendous at that play.
They're crowding the line.
180. Pony. Go make this run, baby.
Delhomme set to go to the air. He gets the 2-point conversion. Great job there. They were able to convert.
And you could tell the offense had a plan throughout that drive. Not only did they get the touchdown, but they immediately got the call in for the two-point conversion. They knew exactly what they wanted to do and executed it perfectly.
So before the offense hits the field, let's take the time to let you know that our game is brought to you by EA Sports. Ace backfield this time.
Hey, we get ready to play some D, baby. 45. Swim. 45. Hey, inside.
Looking to throw. Dumps it out right. And he should have had that one. Hagan was his intended target on that one, but they can't complete the pass. Ground is the deep back as they line up in the eye.
Way out of the stadium.
Come on, D, let's get off the field now. Hey, Tiger.
Sets up the play action. Surveys the field. Pass completed. Knocked out of bounds at about the 29-yard line. Pick up a 5 on the play.
He'll take plays like that all day long.
McCown is in the shotgun. 3 receivers wide this time.
Blue 45. Blue 45.
He's looking to throw. Looking for an open man. Makes the catch. He's dropped at the 42, and that one will go for a first.
And really top-notch quarterbacks know how to throw a football in there without leading his receiver into trouble. That was a great throw.
Looks to pass. Passes to his left. And they get him at the 46-yard line. Pretty good read on that play to find the open man.
And that's an area where he excels. He works his way through his progressions quickly and doesn't hesitate when he sees a receiver break free in coverage.
He drops back. Throws on the run. Hit him in the hands, but he can't hang on. No completion that time, and it'll bring up third down. Third down once again. Let's see if they can convert this one. They'll go from the shotgun. Fasano is the motion man.
Blue 45.
Looking to throw. Goes through his read. With the catch. He's brought down at the 43-yard line. He shows no hesitation and gets it in there to get the first down.
Yeah, you wouldn't hesitate either if you were standing back there in the pocket. I say the heck with it. Get it out of there fast. Let somebody else handle it for a little while.
Hey, regular. Watch the switch.
Ground on the right side. He's tackled right around the 34-yard line. Ground gains 7 yards on that play. It's 2nd and 3. Ball on the 35. Offset I formation in the backfield.
Let's go. Let's turn the ball over. Let's go, y'all. Let's go.
Play action. Throws it out. Comes down with it. Brought down at the 11. You just can't let him get the ball, can you? That reception put him over 100 yards.
And this receiver just looks so confident catching the football. You know, if you really believe in your hands, it gives your eyes a chance to look away and try and make some runs after the catch. This guy knows he's going to make every catch and do it solidly.
They line up in an I.
Blue 45. Roger. No. Let's get off this field, man. Now.
He needs to get rid of it. McCown will be dropped in the backfield, and he had no problem getting to the quarterback on that one.
They just overwhelmed the offensive line on that play. That is what effective blitzing is all about. The timing, the execution, that was perfect.
Miami motions right. He drops back. Rockets it out. He's brought down at the 6. The defense didn't have a chance on that one. Great throw that time.
Yeah, really not much a defense can do when you get a guy that can throw the football like that. You know, you get yourselves in position defensively, you think you're in the right spot, you're going to make a play, and a guy makes a throw like that, and you go, hey, that's a good throw.
He brings it in. Touchdown. He just makes an easy grab there for 6.
When you have a receiver with that kind of ability, just give him a chance to work one-on-one on the outside. He'll take care of the rest.
Lining up for the point after. Up and good. And here's your drive summary for that last series. Decent kick. Stewart takes it at the 4. Still working. Carried along by their dominant vertical game, they were able to put one in the end zone on their last drive. Delhomme steps to the line of scrimmage. 3 receivers wide this time. Give to the tailback. And they get him at the 33. And the halfback carries for a pickup of 3. 2nd and 7. Ball on the 33-yard line. Delhomme lines up in the shotgun. He has 4 receivers in the formation. Drops back to pass. Makes the throw out to his right. He gets knocked out of bounds at the 43-yard line. The defense just didn't match up well on that play.
Yeah, tough to match up one-on-one in man coverage against that wide receiver. He's pretty good.
First down, looking to throw. Short throw to the left. Brought down about the 43-yard line. Muhammad picks up about a yard with that completion. Delhomme is in the shotgun. He has 4 receivers split out wide. He drops back to pass. Short pass to his left. Goes out of bounds at the 48-yard line. That reception is good for a gain of 4.
Nothing too complex about that. The quarterback saw the zone coverage as he dropped out of there on that one and found the open man on the out route.
Back to throw. Makes the short throw. Brings it in. Knocked out of bounds at the 46-yard line. It looks short to me, but they get the first.
Yeah, and you can tell which receiver this quarterback likes in those tough third down situations. He dropped back and got him the ball immediately.
Drops back on first down. He passes short. And he's knocked out at the 39-yard line. That's a 7-yard gain.
Little 7-yard throws like that have really become the staple of the National Football League. So many defenses now not allowing the big throws down the field. You have to be willing to take throws just like that.
Dumps it out right. Can't hang on. Muhammad was unable to make the catch on that pass attempt. They'll line it up again on third down. Delhomme is in the shotgun. He has 4 receivers split out wide.
Check, 66. 180.
They'll throw for the first. Looking for a receiver. And he catches it. Brought down right around the 32-yard line. Williams picks up 6 and the first with that catch.
Very nice start to the drive. 3 first downs and a pretty ball thrown that time by the quarterback.
Williams takes it up the middle. And he makes it out to about the 31-yard line. They get 1 yard on the play.
And they really ran right into the blitz. That's a time that a veteran quarterback should have changed the play at the line of scrimmage. You could see the blitz coming. He didn't audible and only came away with a short gain.
Drops back. Gets the pass away. He's tackled around the 21-yard line. You can tell these guys practice that play quite a bit.
Yeah, I can remember hearing stories about old-time players in the NFL that literally they could go out in the pitch black and make throws and catches without really even seeing the ball. That's the kind of timing we're seeing today.
He drops back to pass. Short throw to the right. Can't stay in bounds, incomplete pass. The quarterback led the receiver just a little too much.
Yeah, he put a little too much on that pass and forced the receiver to make the catch out of bounds.
He's looking to throw. Steps up in the pocket. He's dropped. What can they do to tighten up the protection so he has time back there?
Nice call by the defensive coordinator there. Had the blitz in the perfect situation. More and more now offenses want to spread it out, get a bunch of receivers out in the pattern, and you pay the price on the blitz.
Smith was unable to make the catch on that pass attempt. Looks like they've decided to go for it here. They'll line up with 6 defensive backs. Looks to pass. Passes it. It's broken up. It's 1st and 10. Ball on the 25. 2 tight end formation this time.
Here we go. 45.
They go with the run. He's dropped right around the 38-yard line. Another solid effort by the running back.
I know it may not be the popular thing to say, but I can't really give the running back 100% of the credit for this performance today. Let's face it, this defense came in here determined to stop the pass, and they're paying a price on the run.
They'll keep it on the ground again. Great open field tackle. A yard, maybe 2 on the carry.
Gain of 2.
2nd and 8. Miami lines up in the offset eye this time. McCown hands off to the left. Brought down at the 45. Brown gets about 4 yards on the play. The offense lines this one up in shotgun. 3 wide receivers in the formation. Setting up play action. Struggles to find his target with that one. Hagan was the intended receiver on the play, and it falls incomplete.
Guests holding a club level ticket may utilize the escalator.
Fields to punt. Fields kicks it away, and did he ever get a hold of this one? And it'll be down at the 6. He did everything that was asked of him on that punt.
Yeah, that was a great job. He kept it in the field of play. It was downed inside his opponent's territory. All the return man really could do in that situation is just get out of the way.
Regular. 180. 180. There we go. Come on.
Drops back. Huge hit. Excellent pass by the quarterback on that play.
I'm really enjoying watching the timing between this receiver and the quarterback. We're seeing a well-schooled offense now going to work.
Looks to pass. Looks for a man open. He makes the catch wide open. Tackled at the 27. They'll get 9 yards on the play. That'll bring up 2nd down. Carolina comes out with an I formation. He drops back to pass. Throws right. Almost intercepted. And the defender breaks up the play.
Just great position that time on the defensive side. The receiver really never had a chance on that one.
Williams lines up as the single back.
Regular. Come on, 188. 188. Check, 66. Let's get it.
Back to throw. Dumps it out left. And he's out of bounds, incomplete. It looked like he tried to drag his feet as he was going out, but he couldn't get him down.
You know, and sometimes that happens. The quarterback put it in a spot where only he could catch it. The problem was the ball was just a little off target.
Punts it. And they make the fair catch. They couldn't do anything against this defense on their last drive, and they were forced to punt.
Here we go, D. Tennessee.
Miami is going with the offset eye backfield.
Touch. 188. Tango on the top. Tango on the top. Come on, baby. 188.
Gives to the back. He's tackled around the 33-yard line. The back gets 3 on the carry. 2nd and 7. McCown is under center. They'll line up in the I formation.
Come on. Let's roll. Let's go, guys. Come on. That's all we got. Wake up, guys. Let's go. Come on now. Right. Jam free. Don't lose your ball. Friday. Play. Right. Hey, inside. Hey, move that. Hey, let's go.
Again with the run. We have 2 minutes left to play in this game. The running back gains 2 yards on the carry. They line up at the 34. Miami lines up in the offset I this time.
Turbo. Here we go.
Straight ahead with a fullback. Brought down at the 36-yard line. And they get no push to the offensive line.
Oh, yeah, they did. They were all moonwalking on that play. They were pushing. They were just pushing and going backwards.
Fielded at the 19. Tackled at the 26-yard line.
Well, I've seen too much football to ever say a ball game's over, but realistically, even if they score quickly, they still have to recover an onside kick and then score again. That's a tall order for any team.
He's looking to throw. Gets the pass away. Drops the easy pick. King wasn't able to bring it in. Incomplete pass on the play. They line up at the 26. Delhomme comes up to the line. 3 wide receivers split out wide. Drops back. The defense has him surrounded. He's tackled right around the 42-yard line. Good pickup by the receiver.
And we've always talked about this receiver's big play ability. He may not be the fastest guy in the league, but you can tell he wants the ball in his hands in big situations.
Delhomme drops back to pass. There for the reception. Muhammad grabbed that one for a gain of 2. So that'll make it 2nd down. The backfield is in the offset I formation.
Regular. Down. 188. You got that? Come on now.
Fakes to the back. There for the catch. He's brought down at the 45. Everything seemed to work perfectly on that one.
And that's a pattern that this team likes to run. You know they've been studying that all week on film, and yet they still can't stop it.
He drops back to pass. Short throw. He's dropped at the 43-yard line. It looks like they're going to go no huddle. Carolina lines up in the offset I this time. The Panthers changing their play at the line. Back to pass. Throws it short. And he caught it. And they get him at the 28-yard line. That was a good-looking throw.
Yeah, great throw, but maybe even a better read. He understood by watching what the defense did after the snap of the football exactly where to go with that ball.
Some smart football by the quarterback on that last play, and he's now up over 300 yards passing for the game.
And this offensive line's been getting it done with pass protection. I don't care who you have playing quarterback. If that guy's back there getting hit, it is awfully tough to throw for 300 yards.
Delhomme drops back to pass. Gets the ball away. No, he drops it. He got rocked on that one, and the ball popped right out of there.
Yeah, he got rocked and the ball rolled. There was nothing left after that hit.
5 DBs on the field.
Regular. Left smash. 188. 188. Hey, pick 6 right here. Pick 6. Stay on side.
Delhomme drops back. Flips it out short. Tackled at the 13. They'll hurry back to the line. They line this one up in shotgun. 4 wide receivers are split out in the formation. Goes through his read. He's there for the catch. He's tackled at the 5. And that'll do it for us. Our final in this one is the Dolphins 39, the Panthers 25.